Today we have part one of an extensive periodontal dental office remodeling where we're going to have easy things like flooring and then more difficult things like opening up ceilings and moving firewalls. What we're doing is turning two offices into one, and contractor Kevin Boudreau is going to show us how it's done. Stay tuned.
The Bugman makes me feel comfortable. It makes me feel like they're telling me the truth. And they're not going to sugarcoat anything or try to get you to spend more money just because you don't know anything about pest control.
Call the Bugman today, 923-BUGS.
All great spaces start with a plan. At Acadian Custom Cabinets, we offer free consultations to help customers choose from all the options, and we use state-of-the-art full-color computer renderings that enable you to visualize your project. Whether it's a kitchen, family room, or business, Acadian Custom Cabinets uses the finest hardwoods and hardware. From upscale to affordable, every piece is precision cut and assembled by experienced craftsmen. When you're ready to build or revitalize your space, call Acadian Custom Cabinets, 622-6337.
Gator pickles, sweet and spicy pickles made with magic swamp dust seasoning. This poor gator had to go all the way to the swamp to get these tasty morsels, but you can find them on the shelf at your local grocery or online at creativecajun.com. Gator pickles are made right here in South Louisiana with a sweet heat and a crunch that can't be beat. Use them for anything. Chop them up in your tater salad, put them on your sandwiches or hamburgers for the bite that slips up on you. Gator pickles, get you some today.
Nothing elevates the beauty and value of a home like natural stone. Ascension Granite Marble offers quality stone for kitchens, baths, and businesses. Mined from exotic global locations, granite has its own personality, marble its own richness, and quartz can be anything you imagine. Ascension Granite is more than a showroom. Choose your slab in the stone yard and it will be carved, polished, and perfected on site. Ascension Granite and Marble in Gonzales, 644-2231 or ascensiongranite.com. Try Gator Marys with pickled vodka. Drain a jar of Gator Pickles okra and save the juice. Pour vodka over them and refrigerate. Stir that juice and vodka into Bloody Mary mix. Top with magic swamp dust and Gator Pickles okra and bacon. For more, creativecajunCooking.com.
Hi, I'm Paul Salvant with the Bugman Professional Pest Control. It's springtime and baseball, baby.
Welcome back to Prime Property. I'm Marissa Turner, and today we're on location in Baton Rouge at Baton Rouge Perio, a periodontal facility here, and talking to Dr. Kenneth Markle. You're doing a whole renovation on your building.
That's right. We're starting to merge two entities into one is essentially the concept here. My partner, Dr. Abbott, and I had worked in conjunction with one another for many years, but we always kept the patient side of the practice separate. And so we've had two facilities that now are being united into one.
There you go. Taking down walls, doing a little facelift, but also making everything tie together and flow well.
That's exactly right. Trying to get that one facility concept going. It's very clear now. If you look around, you'll see there's two entryways and two of everything. Mm-hmm. We're trying to make it look like it should have been and one all along.
So let's go on inside and talk to contractor Kevin Boudreau about what he's going to do for this project. Now, Kevin, tell me about what's been going on in this room. This was actually two separate rooms before.
Yeah, it was, Marissa. It was where we're standing. We had a dark room, and we had a wall right on the other side of you, and then we had a room for his panoramic x-rays. But is what Dr. Markle's trying to achieve is we have two facilities, one for Dr. Abbott, one for Dr. Markle. Dr. Ken actually bought the whole facility, so we're turning it into one clinic. Okay. So it involves pretty much everything on the interior of the building, including the accounting area, the sterilization where we're at, the chart room, things like that, the business offices, and the front lobby, and of course there's a little exterior work due to the fact of we had two separate doors, one for each office, and we're going to put a new door dead in the center. So, later on we'll look at that. But Yeah, what we had here, like I say, this was a dark room and a pan, and right in front of us here there was another wall. So is what we did is we took this down and removed the cabinets from here. We took the old sterilization, which we'll look at after. We took all the cabinetry and stuff out of there. We relocated in here. So we don't have to purchase a whole bunch of cabinets. We don't have to make a lot of stuff. Just to the left of you, you'll see there is a little small section that has to be made. But in here, we have our new sinks put in, our countertops put in. We were very fortunate. He had some of the flooring still in the attic, because that can always be a challenge. So right now, like I said, we pretty much got this room done except for trimming it out, second coat of paint. And as we walk out of here, we'll see some of the flooring taking place. He's going with a vinyl plank flooring, which is going to work great in this environment because it's kind of quiet and it's a little better than carpet, you know. So
Right. Anything's better than carpet.
yeah, so we can kind of walk around and see the rest.
Okay, now how old is this building?
This building is about 20 years old, 19 years old to be exact. So, you know, everything in the building so far is up to code, the new code. One of the things we had to do is incorporate an ADA checkout. But as far as for the wiring and things like that, he did have what was necessary. When you're working in an operatory, you need what's called ground redundancy. So it's a cable with an extra ground in it. That has to be in all operatories. Well, we didn't have to come in and change all. That's all was up to code as of, you know,
Because that could be a
from
problem
20
doing
years
all that
ago.
kind of wiring. Yeah.
Oh, it would be a nightmare because this job's already a challenge.
Right. And just to think how far we've come in the building techniques and the codes in just 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, because the building, they said it was 1997 when it was built, and I was like, oh, that's not that long ago. Well, it wasn't, but it is, you know.
Well, when it comes to building materials, it is.
Right.
Because, we never find the same flooring again.
Right.
We have problems trying to match the molding exactly. And luckily, the cabinets were custom built, and they're pretty easy. So matching the cabinets is easy. But building materials have changed in the last 20 years. So we do have still a few obstacles we haven't overcome with the trim and stuff.
And this room also reflects the change that's gone on too, because in 1997 they were using film for x-rays and having to process in a dark room and everything else. And now everything's done digitally.
That's right. So we don't need it anymore.
Right.
So yeah, we didn't put in a new dark room.
Right.
Yeah.
Just open it up for sterilization room.
That's right.
Gotcha. Okay, let's go look at the next.
Okay. Where we're standing now, this is the new panoramic room, which used to be the other sterilization room.
Okay.
Here's what we did. There was an AC vent plenum that came down with a wall vent. We did away with that, and if you see through the ceiling, we're rerouting and putting a ceiling vent. We shortened the wall here, so we're going to give us more room on the other side in the accounting area, which was good. And what we're doing now, we're putting the floor in, and then we're actually going to come in with the new machine.
Okay, so this isn't just a facelift. You're moving walls here.
Yes, you know, Marissa, this is really a difficult job. You know, when you bid a job like this, you got to take certain things into consideration, but there's certain things you're not going to know. For instance, there were piping headers that actually came up through the ground that kind of more or less fed all the other rooms in the walls that had no plumbing in them, so we had no way of knowing that.
Right.
And when you come across something like that, what you have to do, you have to chip concrete. That all has to go on the ground now, because
A dental office needs plumbing all over the place.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, so we've had some obstacles with plumbing. We've had some obstacles with the above the acoustical ceiling, because there's a joist system in there that now when we move walls, we have to put beams in place to support those walls, because the original wall is no longer there where they more or less tied their joists together and they overlap, but that's gone. So now we have to put a beam in place, and we're having to do it in a couple of different places, simply because, like I say, when you move a wall like that, it fell out wrong.
So how big a building is this? How much are you having to renovate?
Well, it's over 3,000 square feet, I know, but we're not redoing the operatories, which the operatories on the exterior of the building. Everything we're doing is in the center of the building. So That's what makes this job so complicated, you know. They're trying to work down the halls and on the exterior, and on the interior of the building where he's trying to use the sterilization, his accounting department now is trying to work.
All at
you
the
know.
same time. And of course, in a busy dental office, they don't have time to stop. So everything's going on
Marissa,
all at once.
That's it. That was one of the things why this job's so critical, and the maneuvers we're having to make, we're having to work just one contractor after another, because Dr. Marcos and Dr. Abbott are seeing customers, you know, 5 days a week.
Right.
So we try to do what we can on weekends, but to keep the job going, we really need to work during the week. As we come in from around the back, down the hall here, I'm actually standing in a closet. It was a hallway closet, which we knew we had to make this new desk area, this accounting desk area, bigger. On the other side of this closet here, we had a desk here, we had a set of cabinets here. This wall here wasn't here yet. It's going to be a new closet, and it's actually on the other side of our panoramic room where we was just standing. This is the other wall we had put in to create this closet. It's actually going to have a pocket door that comes in here. This is going to be the new area where she's going to sit down, and on the other side of this wing we have a set of charts, and they're going to keep that chart area like it is, but we're putting the IT, he's upgrading the IT system, and we're putting us an IT closet, which is going to be right here. So there'll be a rack system with all his computer stuff, and it'll be centrally located, because remember we had 2 offices here, so they each had their own. Now we're incorporating into one facility, so your computer system network really has to be reconstructed. So we're going to set it in right there. We're kind of using this as a storage area right now, as you can see, because we're not really working in here. We're waiting on our pocket door for us to actually finish our sheetrock. But if you want, we can move around and look at our checkout area.
Now, Kevin, what are we looking at here? Is this some of the obstacles you were talking about with the stuff in the ceiling?
Yes, it is, Marissa, is where we're at right now. This was Dr. Abbott's checkout area. But is what we're doing, we're making it a little longer, and we're going to make some ADA accommodations that they didn't have 20 years ago.
Right.
So is what we're looking at right now is, if you notice, the carpet is cut. We had a wall that came right here, and that's kind of why you see the notch in the countertop here. We had a wall right here with a door, and if you see where the sheetrock is cut there, we also had a door going into this way. So is what we're trying to accomplish is a longer checkout area in a more open atmosphere where they can kind of sit and wait while they're checking out. And in the process of it, yes, we had some load-bearing walls here where we had to actually build some structure to go across to actually put some joist hangers and then tie our joists into a beam, where before they just kind of overlapped and set over the wall plate. Well, now the wall plate moves, so like I say, you had to extend the beam across it, and like to reiterate, you put your joist hangers in, and you drop your joist in it that way, and you got a new system that holds your walls up. But is what we're looking at here, what we created was, when we took the door out, we came up higher to create a wall that comes across here, and we're going to put a fur down so we can put some drop lighting in here. So in the process of that, your acoustical ceiling really needs to come out of the way. The electrical work was just done in here, so once this gets cleaned up, we're going to actually sheetrock it, then we can come back with our acoustical ceiling. As we come downward here to where we're working here at the desk area, we're going to have new granite countertops here, and we're going to continue the look that we have here on out into the ADA area. And we're going to have some glass partitions which are going to identify the 3 checkout areas, separating them.
For the different people working here. We need to take a quick break, but when we come back, Kevin is going to show us how he moves columns and firewalls. Stay tuned to Prime Property. Is your computer trying to tell you something? Do you have a virus, spyware, the dreaded blue screen of death? You need to call Prejean Computer Consultants in Gonzales. They really clean your hard drive, removing system-choking dust, malware, viruses, whatever you've got. They can back up and restore your lost data, and they replace cracked laptop screens. So stop threatening to throw that computer out the window and call Prejean Computer Consultants today. They make house calls. 450
2184.
Do you have dental insurance? If not, no problem. Here at Absolute Quality Care Family Dentistry, we are excited to offer you our exclusive dental membership plan. By purchasing our plan, you will receive preventive dental services free of charge and other dental services at a greatly reduced price. Our plan was designed for patients, new and existing, that do not have dental insurance, giving you the opportunity to receive same-day treatment. Our dental membership plan is the best option for saving you and your family money. So call us today for more information and begin saving.
Attention! Are you currently taking medications to lower your cholesterol? Recent studies prove these medications can inhibit the production of some of the body's essential nutrients and enzymes as they work to lower your cholesterol. This phenomenon is known as drug nutrient depletion. Now, there's a new groundbreaking supplemental formula that can protect your body from these side effects. It's called Statinzyme. Statinzyme can alleviate your side effects within 2 to 4 weeks. Help protect your muscles, liver, heart, and brain, all with Statinzyme.
Do you suffer from headache and neck pain, shoulder and arm pain or numbness, upper or lower back pain, hip and thigh pain or numbness? At Leger Chiropractic in Prairieville, we treat the underlying condition, a dysfunctional spine, that may be causing your symptoms of pain and discomfort. Adults and children can benefit at Leger Chiropractic Care, and they have a first visit special of only $45. So if your joints have pops and clicks, call 313-6996.
Everyone wants my secret to boiling the best crawfish they ever had. I tell them it's all in my seafood boil. Low in sodium, high in flavor, and great for seafood, peanuts, or anything else you want to boil. Buy it in bags or in bulk at CreativeCajunCooking.com.
Hi, I'm Paul Salvant with the Bugman Professional Pest Control. It's springtime and baseball, baby.
Welcome back to Prime Property. Today we've got a really interesting remodeling project of 2 dental facilities that are becoming one. Contractor Kevin Boudreau is having to move columns, firewalls, and finding all kinds of things as he opens up the walls and ceilings of this project. Let's get back to Kevin and see what he's got going on.
Now, Kevin, this is the entryway. This is the first thing that a patient sees when they walk in, and the doctor really wants to change this up. What do you have in mind?
Well, first thing we're going to enlarge it. The wall that divides the 2 doctors apart, we're going to take that completely out. And right behind you here, we're going to take and put a lot of glass. We're going to go from this corner to about 6 feet over. And we're going to put a lot of glass in here. And we have what's called synchronization in the way the glass opens. It's some hardware Dr. Marco looked up, and we did a research. It's Bartel makes it. It's made in actually Germany. It's not very cheap, but it's really cool. And along with it, we're going to have some granite. And underneath the granite, Dr. Marco had picked out a tile that's going to really like the way it came out because it's made out of metal. And it's going to accent the hardware in the glass really well. And it'll go from the granite on down along the wall here. So we anticipate it to look really nice. It's going to go to wood floor. And right on the other side of the camera is where we have the 2 front doors, which we're going to take those out. And we're going to put 1 entry door with some side lights because we've got to have a huge opening there that we have to fill in. And we'd rather fill it in with more windows, more lights, than just closing it up with stucco.
Right.
So, talking about the challenges we had, one of them is this dividing wall here in the attic is actually part of the firewall. So, we can't just take this bottom side of this wall out because it continues up all the way up to the ceiling.
Right.
So it's one place we have to build a beam.
Okay, and taking out those 2 doors though, whenever you come up to the building, it does look like 2 separate facilities. So if he's trying to tie all this together, it's an important step. It has to be done, but this is going to be a little difficult.
Well, it's what we're going to try to do on weekends because just like we did in the checkout area, we're going to put a new fur down with some lights, some down lighting, which would just make it look really, really warm and kind of give some flow to the new look we're trying to achieve.
So from 2 offices, 1, dealing with firewalls, dealing with the wiring and electricity and plumbing and everything, and that's why you hire a licensed contractor.
That's right.
This is more than paint. This is more than flooring.
Well,
yeah, it's a lot. And if you open a building, you never know what you're going to find.
Right at the beginning of the job, Dr. Marco, me either, we had no idea what this was going to cost. Because it's just so much involved and so many unforeseens. We did our best to give them a hard money price, and so far we're doing great. You know, there's no real obstacles that's gonna, burden Dr. Markle with any extra cost. So he's happy, I'm happy, and so far so good.
It's rolling along, so we'll look at the next piece. We'll be right back to Prime Property. Stay tuned.
Attention! Are you currently taking medications to lower your cholesterol? Recent studies prove these medications can inhibit the production of some of the body's essential nutrients and enzymes as they work to lower your cholesterol. This phenomenon is known as drug nutrient depletion. Now, there's a new groundbreaking supplemental formula that can protect your body from these side effects. It's called Statinzyme. Statinzyme can alleviate your side effects within 2 to 4 weeks. Help protect your muscles, liver, heart, and brain, all with Statinzyme.
Is your computer trying to tell you something? Do you have a virus, spyware, the dreaded blue screen of death? You need to call Prejean Computer Consultants in Gonzales. They really clean your hard drive, removing system-choking dust, malware, viruses, whatever you've got. They can back up and restore your lost data, and they replace cracked laptop screens. So stop threatening to throw that computer out the window and call Prejean Computer Consultants today. They make house calls. 450-2184.
We entertain a lot at our house, so one good thing is you never want little creepy crawlers running around when you're entertaining, and you can always count on the Bug Man to make sure that parties go smooth.
Call the Bug Man today, 923-BUGS.
The Bug Man is wonderful.
Savvy Cuts, haircuts for the whole family. We offer cuts, eyebrow waxing, and hair care products by Big Sexy and American Crew. We also have bows and accessories and a waiting area with movies for the kids. Come see Pam Fusel, Becky Blanchard, and Michelle Brinkman at Savvy Cuts for affordable family haircuts with shampoo and express dry service. Walk-ins are always welcome at Savvy Cuts, located next to Newleys on Highway 44 near 42 in Prairieville.
Hi, I'm Paul Salvant with the Bug Man Professional Pest Control. It's springtime and baseball, baby.
Welcome back to Prime Property. Today, contractor Kevin Boudreau is showing us his dental facility remodeling project. Now here on Prime Property, we're talking to Kevin Boudreau of KTB Properties, and you're still working on the renovation of the periodontal office in Baton Rouge, and it's come a long way since the last time we were in here. Kevin, tell us what we have going on behind us right here.
Well, Marissa, like we had said before, we're taking 2 facilities, and it was an A and a B for one side was for Dr. Abbott, one for Dr. Markle. Dr. Markle seems to own the whole facility now, so we're making it user-friendly for one complete facility. So this was a dividing wall, what we have here. So it comes out, and we're taking the 2 front doors out and putting one centrally located door, and it's pretty much be center of the wall. So the wall has to come out. In conjunction with taking the wall out, we do have some issues in the attic. This is actually supporting our firewall, which is in the attic. So we have some beams to install in the attic to actually transfer the load to the outside wall into this wall that's behind me here to take pressure off of this wall, because it, like you say, it comes all the way down. What's going to happen here, we're going to, if you notice, we've taken the crown mold off the top corner here. We're going to build a little fur down, and the fur down is mainly going to be for us to put some recessed cans in, and we're going to have a TV on the wall right here. This at one time was an opening. We closed it in, just put some temporary green paint on it, because he was trying to use this as a lobby area for as long as he can.
Okay, what are you going to do with the electrical components that were in the wall?
Well, Marissa, anytime you remodel, you have electrical, plumbing, mechanical issues to deal with. In this particular case, these were 2 receptacles at the end of a circuit. There's a wire coming in, nothing going out. So what that means is we just have to take the cable back to its source where it's fed from the other receptacle, and we can isolate it right there and do away with it. Now, our switches for our lighting in here, we're going to combine them on one switch versus 2 sets of switches, now that it's going to be one office.
Now, is that something you have to do when everybody's out here on the weekend because you have to turn off electricity, or what are you going to have to do with that?
Well, we have instruments that locate the circuits that it goes to, and if it's a general use receptacle, it shouldn't be tied to computers. But yeah, Marissa, to be on the safe side, while these people working, we're not going to turn off any breakers. Which would cause them to lose whatever they're currently working on. So that's a good point. We do it in the evening times or on Saturdays. Because what we can do, we can actually just leave it alone for now while we do our demo and just let it hang there till Saturday.
Right.
It's nothing that's going to hold us up.
There you go. Now, on the exterior, they're also working around some weather that's going on, but you've moved some columns so that you wouldn't have the columns blocking that front door, since you're going from 2 to 1, and you're moving those columns out of the way. And what have you kind of figured out with the
like you said, there was 3 and it was symmetrically lined up where there was 2 on the ends, 1 in the middle. Me and Dr. Marco went back. Should we change up the columns and go with like a rough cut in a real heavy 14-inch column, or should we try to just mimic and keep the columns we have and build us a new one? So Cody's outside right now, and that's what we're doing. We actually decided to keep with the stucco, because front of the building stucco, and it kind of goes a little better with the look. So what we did, we had to lift the ceiling a little bit to get the weight off the column. Then we was able to cut the anchors out of it, move it over to where it had to be, and then now what Cody's doing, we have a new 8x8 column which actually holds the weight up. And then what he's doing, he's framing around it with treated plywood, and the stucco guy's going to come out and he's going to recreate what the other 3 look like. In this area, if we notice from the last show, we talked about the wall and the door that we had that was right here, the fur down and the drop part. We had just put this in, but we also had a door right here, which we took out. This is going to be the new ADA checkout for people in handicap wheelchair accessibility, and this is all going to be Formica. Up here is going to be granite. So what we're going to do at this top counter, we actually take it off completely, and the new granite countertop will fit and flow back to the wall that way. The bottom part, though, being we're going with a Formica, it's a continuation of the rest of the desk area, so we're just going to put Formica on here to kind of match. When we originally estimated this project, our plan was to reuse existing cabinetry because it was all still in great shape. So in doing that, we did have to fill in some spots. So if you notice, we have a cabinet here that's painted white, and we have our painter who's caulking the cracks and painting in the shelf area, and above it there's a new molding, and that's more or less just to fill in those spots that we didn't have specific pieces for. But it makes it come together, makes it look like it always belonged, versus just leaving a dead-end cabinet. So I'm really pleased with Cornerstone Cabinet, the way they're tying our cabinetry in with the missing pieces that we have.
Now that's all the time we have for today, but on our next episode of Prime Property, we'll be finishing up this project, including sheetrock, paint, flooring, and adding in the beautiful glass in the new lobby area, making these 2 dental facilities into one nice clinic. So until we see you next time, this has been Marissa Turner for Prime Property. Thanks for watching.
One of the big problems that we used to have was mosquitoes until we got the Bugman's mosquito missing system. It'll prevent the mosquitoes, as well as if you have a mosquito problem, you just turn it on and it kills them right there.
Call the Bugman today, 923 BUGS.
And the best part about it is it's safe for our pets.